Well, this is the morning of day one after my surgery. And coming out of the hospital, I felt rather good and not in much pain at all. I did have a nerve blocker put into me, which is what I'm grateful for. Um, but unfortunately, when the doctor came in and was talking to me, I didn't even remember him being there. My wife was there and heard what he had to say, but I don't know at this point what he actually did other than he needed to fix a bicep and the torn rotor cuff, and I'm not sure exactly what needed to be repaired when he got to see it with his camera. I know what the radiologist report said. Um, the nerve blocker, there aren't too many descriptions as to what it feels like on YouTube, so I'm giving a better description. I felt like my hand was non functional. If I wanted to move it up, down, left, right, there was no response to it. And I had no idea on how swollen my fingers were. Um, by about, my surgery was at around 12 o'clock, and I was released from the hospital around 4:30 in the afternoon. The nerve blocker I thought had already started to wear off by about 8:30 because I could move my fingers, and my big thumb and my up to my pointing finger, they were still capable of bending but no feelings in them, and my pinky and the finger next to that was tingling. That was the warning that the nerve blocker was beginning to wear off. Um, I found a comfortable position to lay down in bed, but unfortunately, I was having to get up almost every 2 hours to pee. Uh, I finally fell asleep for about a solid 2 hours between 1 o'clock and 3 a.m. And at 3 o'clock a.m., I woke up not because I had to go to the bathroom, but because my arm was really starting to hurt. And my thumb, I could now feel, so I knew the nerve blocker wore off. I didn't want to take the opioids that were given to me. It was a 5 grams of morphine, no, 5 grams of whatever the drug is. I don't think it's morphine. It's whatever it is, it's very strong. I know it comes in 2.5, 3, 4.5, 5, and 7.5. I didn't even want to take any of it. I should have. Um, at All I took was 800 milligrams of ibuprofen at that point in time. By 6 o'clock in the morning, I was really hurting now from the arm itself. The, where the sutures were, or where the holes were, was tender to the touch. I mean, gosh, I couldn't even put an ice pack on it. The weight of the ice pack was too much for me. So I took the opioid, and it was called hydrocortisone. No, it was called oxycodone. Oxycodone, and that's what the 5 grams is. The five grains or grams is codeine. Um, and it was like no effect. An hour later, it wasn't any better. And at 8 o'clock in the morning, it still wasn't getting any better. It was really hurting a lot. Um, I took at 9 o'clock in the morning the second 800 milligram dose of ibuprofen, and right now it's I don't even know what time it is. It's probably an hour later. It must be at least 10, and I finally found a position that I'm comfortable in. But now what's really hurting more than anything else, and I think it's due to me squeezing this stupid ball that I'm supposed to squeeze, is my biceps. And it's just not leaving off. The suture wounds are not at all bothering me. I do have an ice pack flapped over the top of my shoulder. These things don't last very long. They did give me an ice machine to use, and I have to figure out how it works, and I got to do it real soon because I've run out of ice packs. Um, I've got like 6 or 8 of them in the freezer, and I've been cycling through them. I'm not doing any kind of rest period between. It's just plain ice on the shoulder. On a pain level of 1 to 10, 10 being the most amount of pain I could ever remember in my life, this I would say is about a 6. Um, right now, I would say it's down to about a 4. And that's just the unrelenting throbbing that's in my bicep area. Uh, if I was to say where my ice pack is, I really don't even feel that part at all. So that's the basic parts of after recovery day one.